Welcome to the Engagr webinar. We're so excited to be able to give you a brief introduction about Engagr and everything that it can do for your business. Before I get started, I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear my voice and see my screen, will you just kindly give me a 1 in the box so that I know that you're here and I'm not just talking here to myself. Okay, great. I've got a lot of ones coming in. We'd like to welcome you here today. So let's start talking a little bit about landing pages. You guys have probably received an email sending you here so that I could give you a little bit more about the importance of what Engagr can add to your business. So landing pages, as you probably will all vouch for or verify with me, is that they're an indispensable part of marketing. So we need landing pages these days, right? Whether you have a brick and mortar business or whether you have a business online, you've got to have a landing page. You've got to have somewhere in space, right, in time and space, where people can land, find out more about your product, purchase your product, and that type of thing. So it doesn't matter if you have a dedicated website so that you can show your products and services, you still need to have those specific landing pages so that you can get those visitors, convert them into leads, and then again convert them into customers and keep them coming back. So the question is, are your landing pages meeting their purposes? So I want to see how many of you feel like your landing pages are doing it 100% for you. If they've got 100%, if they're like, yes, 100%, my landing page is doing exactly what I need it to do for me, I want you to give me 100% in the box so that I know that basically you don't need to be here if your landing page is doing all that for you. So, okay, I do have 100%. So somebody's got it working for them, and congratulations. That's really awesome. You must have really drilled that down. I don't see any other 100% coming through, so I'm going to assume that most of you here on the call today really want to know how you can improve and make your landing pages better. So with your landing pages, I just want you to ask yourself this question. Are you able to easily generate leads? Are you able to give your offers a place to live? Can you collect demographic information about your prospects? This is a big one. Can you understand which prospects are more engaged? Can you understand who's engaging, who's not, that type of thing? Can you offer insights into the effectiveness of your marketing offers? And is your landing page ultimately the #1 question? I'm getting notes all over the place, right? It's not happening. It's not happening for me. And is your landing page meeting its purpose? That's the most important question. And as we've looked around, talked to people, you know, as we've been through this development process of Engagr, you know, the feedback that we've gotten is, hey, it's not doing everything I need it to do. And therein it lies the purpose of Engagr, and that's why we're bringing it to the market. So why are these landing pages not meeting their purposes? That's the big, you know, $1,000,000 question, isn't it? So according to Marketing Sherpa's Landing Page Handbook, 2nd edition there, 44% of clicks for business-to-business companies are directed to the business's homepage and not a special landing page. So that they're directed to a generic page, right? And of those of the business-to-business companies that are using landing pages, 62%, well over half, have 6 or less, 6 or fewer total landing pages. So pain points, let's talk about that. Not that we all want to focus on the pain, but we've got to be aware, right, in order to correct it. So Marketing Sherpa says that the #1 reason businesses don't use landing pages is because they have a marketing department, and that marketing department does not know 2 really, really important things. #1, they don't know how to set them up. The marketing department doesn't know how to set them up. And #2, they're just too overloaded. So let's talk a little bit more about effective landing pages. So what an effective landing page does is it makes it very clear what a visitor is going to get from the page and how they're going to get it. Okay, it's pretty simple. What are you going to get? How are you going to get it? And of course those landing pages come in all shapes and sizes. But the truth is they've all pretty much been the same since the beginning. Well, since the beginning of the internet, let's say, right? Because that's what we're talking about in realms of going on the internet. So here's the death of conventional landing pages. They have to go beyond the drag and drop functionality. They have to, right? There's got to be something different. except for those changes in colors and animations, they all look the same. So you can have one landing page, it's got a different picture, got some different animations, got some different text, and another landing page, just put it side by side, and they're pretty much all the same. So what does that do? It makes it boring, right? Nobody likes boring. Boring is hard to keep attention. It's hard to draw people and keep them there. So let's talk about reviving the landing page. How many of you, give me a 1 in the box if you are interested in reviving the landing page? I want to see if you really are into this. Let's revive the landing page. If you can see that there's a problem, you can see that we've got to have a solution, and I'm getting a lot of 1s. So it looks like you guys are on top of it. Glad to have you here, and thank you for your interaction. By the way, I'm Kimberly DeVries. I failed to say my name at the beginning, but now you know who I am, and I'm happy to be here talking with you today about this very important topic. So let's go back to reviving the landing page. So they need to fit into the grand scheme of things, and they need to help better with conversions and leads. What's the purpose of having a landing page if it's not actually helping with your conversions that you can test and measure, and it's not helping you with your leads and converting those into customers, right? So they need to be interactive. Gone are the days, guys and gals, that we can just stick a page up and let it do its work. There's too much competition out there. There's too much happening. There's too much of this, what we call banner blindness or web page blindness, where people see so much going on, they can't see what they're seeing anymore, right? Because it all looks the same. It all kind of blends in. We call that the white noise of the internet. It's all kind of blending in. It all looks the same. So they need to be interactive, and they need to engage with your web visitors. That engagement is so, so key. Keeping them engaged, keeping them active, keeping them moving along, right? We call that moving along in your funnel. Information that they're looking for, and we don't want to overload them with information. If we, studies have shown that if we give people too much information, what it does is it puts them into a standstill. They will not make a decision if they have too much information. How many of you, give me a yes in the box. How many of you have ever gone to the grocery store, for example? We'll take a real life example in the real world, and looked on a shelf, and you're looking for a particular Band-Aid or, I don't know, juice or something. And you see so many that you just kind of stand there and like drop your jaw and are like, I don't know what to decide. Because there's just too many. You just want something to put on your cut, but now there's the kind that have the antibiotic in it, or they're the kind that have the painkiller in it, or there's the kind, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about the problem of too much information overload, where it puts people into a standstill. That's what's happening big time on the internet. So in short, a landing page should meet its purpose. It should do what you set it up to do, and that's what we're talking about today. So the real problem, like we've mentioned a little bit, is that people have gotten used to the normal landing pages. They're blind, they can't see its elements anymore, they're redundant, they're boring, people are losing attention, and I like this one, the law of diminishing marginal utility. So what that means, and that sounds like a big technical word, and yes, in fact it is, but that means that basically for every campaign you make, the number of leads that you get keeps falling. And we have to ask ourselves, why is that? That every time I set up a campaign, it's fewer leads are drawn from that campaign than were the campaign before. We've got to ask that question. And when we ask that question, we'll see there's a problem. So, answer to your problem. This is something totally new. Your interactive landing page builder. It's called Engagr. Okay, I love the name because the name says exactly what it's designed to do, and that is to engage your audiences. Now, this is so easy to use. I went through it myself. I don't like highly technical products. I like to be able to get up, get them going, get them working, and not have to deal a lot with creating things, and I don't like to have to do a ton with design myself. Engagr solves all of that. Easy to use, simple, effective, and it's taking your viewer, your visitor, by the hand and leading them in the direction you want them to go while still giving them the power of choice. We always want to give our customers the power of choice. Don't ever try to take that away. So without any further ado, how many of you would love to see a demo? Give me a 1 in the box if you're ready to see that demo, and I'm going to walk you through Engagr, what it looks like, and how you can view it and how to use it. Okay, cool. We're ready to go. All right, so let me just get this going. So here's the dashboard. Sorry, there's a little bit of lag. It looks like I'm going to give it just a second to catch up with me. Sometimes I talk faster than the computer can think. Okay, there we go. It looks like we're rolling now, and here's the dashboard. So this is a beautiful dashboard, and we're going to start right here. I'm going to first show you a campaign I've already created, okay, just to make this really simple so you can kind of see what an end result would look like before I get into the dashboard anymore. So this is an example. It just starts with basically they land on your page, and rather than seeing all of this hullabaloo, right, you're seeing a direct line of information that tells them, hey there, my name's Engagr, and I transform conventional websites into conversational pieces. You know, it's a tool that aims at creating meaningful conversations with your web visitors, just like we're having now, and I'm sure your customers will love this. Now, at that point, as an example, you can prompt straight away for an email ID. Perfect for list building. Perfect for any of you who have struggled with wanting to get your list up there, wanting to increase your leads, wanting to be able to gather information quicker. And at this point, you can just enter, you know, they would enter their email address. So you can ask them straight away for email address. So one of the best parts about Engagr is that ability to collect that information right up front, really at whatever point you want, okay, whatever point you're comfortable with. So at that point, let's say they put in their email address. Okay, we're going to submit it. And then they get a thank you. So here, again, they're interacting. There's a reason for them to stay on that page. So, oh, what's going to happen next? You know, it's kind of that curiosity. It's kind of that, oh, let's put my email address in and see where this is taking me, right? They're now engaged. They're now at their computer. They're now typing away. They're now taking action, right? Taking action in the process rather than just being a blob on the page, right? So thanks for entering your email. What would you like to learn more about? So you give them option, features or pricing. They can choose whatever they want. We'll go ahead and go with features. And here we come to the next one. Of course, this campaign has all been built out, and this is showing you an example. With Engagr, you can interact with the audience using images, GIFs, and videos. You can also build your email list in the process, just like I did. How we showed you, we selected the email address. They could just type their email address right in there. So at this point, they have the option. They can either learn more or they can buy now. If they click buy now, very simply, it's going to take them right to the page to check out. Very handy. Quick sales, easy to do. If you're direct on your product and you know which way you want to go, send them that way, they're good. And they can choose to go that way. Or learn more. We're going to select learn more. And of course comes our next direction. This tool acts as your funnel where you'll now be able to display information on a needed basis. Engagr helps you create a page that lets you interact one-on-one with your visitor. You can get to understand their needs better so you can assist them better. Did you get all the information, or are you ready to purchase now? So if you say no, they need more information, you go on. Otherwise, you say yes, I'm ready. We're going to go ahead with yes, I'm ready. And it takes you right over to the checkout page. So it's that simple. That is basically a quick run through of Engagr, what it does, and really it gives you that ability to take them right through where you want to go. Now I want to show you this in action on an actual page that we have set up. Now let me show you first. So here's a dental page, right? All of you have probably seen some of the, oh, sorry, I'm going too fast again. There we go. Looks like it's loaded. So here's a dentist practice, right? Got some pretty faces on there. You got a lot going on the page. I'm not sure where I'm going to go next. What might happen is I might land on this page and go, oh, the kids came in, get distracted, and then forget where I was going. So couple of things on this page that could be improved, right? There needs to be something leading through to where I want to go. Let's say I want to go into cosmetic dentistry, or let's say I want to find out more about general dentistry. Maybe my son needs an appointment, okay? And there's a lot of text here on the left-hand side that's just really small. And as a customer, I'm not really going to go and read that. It's just, I don't know, it's a lot of words and it's kind of small. It's not really poking my attention in any specific direction. Let me show you what we've done with Engagr on this very page to show you exactly how Engagr incorporates with your normal pages. I'm going to take a minute for this to load. Okay, there we go. Looks like you guys are seeing it now. Are you following me? I got to have some feedback. Are you following me? Are you seeing everything clearly on the page there? Give me a yes if you can. Perfect. Thank you. I can see you guys loud and clear. Well, I can't see you. I wish I could see you. I can see your messages. All right, so let's go back. I'm going to go ahead and show you how we've incorporated Engagr onto this website. So here you land on the website now as a customer. The first thing you see, welcome to the Family and Implant Dentistry Practice for Roberto Sosa, DDS in Miami, Florida. At our office, we're dedicated to providing all the dental care your family needs in one convenient location. Tell us how we can help you. There's your first call to action, right? We all know everyone needs a call to action. If you want to convert your viewers into buyers, you've got to have that call to action. There it is, right there in front of them. First thing they see. Now you're finding out where they want to go, right? And you're going to get, by the way, you're going to get stats on this so that you know where they're dropping off, if they're dropping off, or how they're going through the funnel. So maybe they're interested in general dentistry. Maybe it's cosmetic. Or maybe they're just ready to book an appointment, or they want to see patient results after treatment. So let's go to general dentistry. Let's say that I'm just here. I want to find out, you know, I got to get an appointment for my son, and we want to get this taken care of. So look who I see now. I see this friendly dentist pop up in front of me with something that says, you know, here at our office, we provide a wide variety of services in many areas of dentistry so you and your family can receive personalized experienced dental care that you deserve. Dr. Sosa will personally sit down with you and discuss what your dental and your smile goals are during your first appointment. And there's that friendly smiling face. What we're doing here is we're building automatic trust, rapport, and authority in the first couple of seconds. And we know that we've got to do that these days within the first couple of seconds. You've got to build that trust, rapport, and authority in order to keep your visitor on your page. There's just too much competition everywhere else. Okay? So here we see a nice picture of him. After that, we see, after careful consideration and collaboration, Dr. Sosa will present a custom treatment plan designed to meet your oral health needs and smile goals. Please click the button to find a list of our general dentistry services. So now I've been directed. You know, studies also show, and I've done this in my own practice and as a news reporter and anchor, is asking a lot of questions. And that is that if people do not know, if they're not told where to go or shown which direction, again, we get that standstill, no action taken. This is helping them take that action, right? You can either find out more about Dr. Sosa, or hey, let's show you our general dentistry services. And again, just pops up, here's what we offer. So if I'm coming here wondering if, you know, if I know I need a crown, which don't we all love those, you know, gain a little more worth on your head, right, when you get a crown in your mouth. That's what my dentist said. He said you're worth like, I don't know, $4,000 more or something. So they offer implant dentistry, composites, periodontal, gum care, bridges, crowns, dentures. So you, again, listing all of the things that we offer. Now, what's my next choice? I can take a tour, or I can request an appointment. So let's take a tour, because this is interesting. This is where we can incorporate videos, very powerful videos, and perhaps you all are in on how huge video is these days. Video is the way. If you're not using video, you're missing out, and this is a great way to incorporate video into your webpage. So here, can click play, and this gives me a tour of Roberto Sosa's office. Just give you a quick snippet here. Okay, you get the idea, right? Really friendly place. You got some nice music playing there. It feels. Who likes to go to the dentist? Like no one. I love my dentist because he's the nicest guy in the world, but I hate to go visit him. Right? So this really kind of helps with going through the whole process of giving them comfort, good feelings, trust, nice friendly smile, those type of things, right? So we can request an appointment, or we can go visit the website. So let's request an appointment. That takes us directly to this page where we can just, oh, sorry, I think I'm going too fast again. Okay. So that takes us directly here to the appointment page where I can now fill in as a customer my name, phone number, email, and comments. Okay. So that gives you an idea of how it's incorporated onto a general site. You can picture your own business in there and how that's going to go. I had a question come through about is it mobile friendly? And the answer is yes, it is mobile friendly. Let's see, I want to get to a couple questions here before I go into the dashboard. Oh, we had a comment about the picture music combination. About maybe that's because it was a dentist office. If it was a little spooky on the picture and music combination, but I think the idea was that you feel relaxed, right? And of course you can change all that however you want it to look on your site, or however you're doing that. So yes, this webinar is being recorded. So if that's a concern for you, we are recording this webinar for you. Okay, let me get in here into the dashboard because I want to show you some of the other powerful things that come in so you can kind of get to know Engagr and what it looks like. Oh, I had a question. Is there an opportunity for a developer license? And that is yes. The answer is yes. There will be an opportunity if you purchase the front end. After that, you will be offered the Pro version, and in the Pro version, you are offered the developer license. That is included in there. So I hope that answers your question there for you. Okay, so first I want to show you something before I get into the dashboard. I want to show you SpyFu. This is a really powerful tool for those of you who may be interested in actually creating websites for other people and maybe making extra income by using Engagr. Okay, so that you're creating those sites. This is really easy to use. This is applying to the Pro feature. Okay, so if you get the Pro version, when you pick that up, then you can use this tool I'm going to show you right now, SpyFu, to actually get information about who you want to go pitch to, right? Clients, dentists, I don't know, healers in the area, people who run, I don't know, dog salon care, whatever, right? Any niche you can think of, really. Any website, any niche can use Engagr. So I just come here, I just search for Dentist Miami, and what I'm doing is I'm searching for who would my best pitch clients be? Who would I want to go to? Who has a budget for this, right? Because there are certain dentists maybe starting out, don't have a budget yet, or they're currently getting the budget going. So I find Robert Sosa here has a budget of $851, nearly $900 a month for marketing, right? So he's going to be a prime candidate because I know that I can sell my services to him for a certain amount as far as going and building his site, building Engagr on top of his site, and I know that he can allocate some out of that 900 for me, right? So that's how I make that decision. So this is a great tool if you're deciding to go Pro and help other people put Engagr on their sites because you love what it does just like I do. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit about the Pro features because I want you to get an idea of what's available beyond the front end. So this is for the Pro features. I want to be very clear that this part I'm going to go into right now is about the Pro, right? So you can set an appointment. Now this appointment schedule, I love this because this form right here is what I'm talking about, is where you can set the form in to your page so that they can just book an appointment. Put their name, first name, last name, email address, phone number. And we could just fill this in as like Kim. We could do degrees. You do my email as something generic like name@me.com. And phone number could be like 555-1212. You all know that phone number from the movies. And then your appointment. So I could just enter my appointment here. right? I can select the date. I can go ahead and select the time. Just have sliding bars here, really easy. So again, this one is offered in the Pro features. And then when I submit, of course, I'm getting thank you for entering. Now these are the other two parts I really love about the Pro, and I think you'll agree with me. So once you've entered your email ID as a customer, for example, then you're told we'll get back to you shortly. And then directly after that, what are you given? You're given a testimonial. The power of the testimonial. So we see, thanks, Dr. Sosa. I can smile again. From starting the treatment till the very end, Dr. Sosa and his team were very professional and explained the procedure in detail. What a great experience, John Smith. So there we have the power of the testimonial in the Pro feature that you can also add in. Very powerful. So the next thing we have is the ability in the Pro features to rate your experience with Dr. Sosa. And don't you love the cute little smileys here? So they can choose how was their experience. Of course, you're going to expect that they give a lot of smileys, right? And this, again, another way to really beef up the trust, credibility, and authority of whatever website you're using this on, right? So the great thing about the Pro is that you can actually make money from using Engagr. So you may be here because you want to find out Engagr for your business, but this may be opening your mind to the possibility that not only can you use this for your own business, but you may be the perfect candidate to be a Pro user, where you can actually say, you know what, I can see that I can be of service to the world. I can help other people get more engaging sites and really help people with their sales, with everything that they do. So I want to ask you a question. I've kind of shown this to you how I've set it up on Dr. Sosa's page, Roberto Sosa. How many of you, give me a 1 in the box if you think that this is something that Roberto Sosa, DDS, might be interested in? Have I been able to show you effectively how taking the customer through by the hand, interacting with them, is valuable to them? Okay, cool. Wow, really good. Like the dentist, booking appointments. How do I get this on my site? Great. So you guys are seeing it, and I'm seeing a lot of ones in the box as well. So good. That's what we're talking about. This is the power of really making an impact, being different. We call that pattern interrupt. This is something that you're going to see that's different from every other site that you see out there. How many of you, if it's the first time, give me a 3, if this is the first time you've seen anything like this, where you've gone to a page and you've seen, wow, they're going to tell me exactly what can do, and I can actually make a choice. I'm getting a lot of 3s. Perfect. So you can stand with me on the side that says, hey, we're giving you something that's different than you've seen before. And when you go, as example, if you're thinking about doing the Pro version, when you go approach a potential client and you say, you know, let me show you how your website could be more effective, and you show them something like this incorporated on their very own site because you've used SpyFu and you've done your research and you've set up this nice presentation. And now, once you set up one presentation, by the way, you can now go and share it with many other dentists just like this and say, look what I've done on this site, right? So, sounds good. I think you guys are totally getting it as far as that goes. Let's go over, and I want to show you a little bit more in the dashboard. And I hope you'll bear with me if you're asking questions. I have certain material I want to get through, but I do want to take time for your questions, and that just takes me kind of taking a pause and going and seeing if I can get to that question. So, bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to come over here now to my dashboard. So the first thing we're going to do is create a campaign, okay? So I'm going to just type in the campaign name. So we'll just do new one for this one because I've done other demos on here. I'm going to log in. Let's try that again. New one. Okay, in here we have, this is what I love about Engagr, is these templates. Okay, I'm the type of person that doesn't like to do a lot of thinking. I like to be able to have something that's kind of preset for me, that I can choose from and kind of customize from, and that's what these do for us. So you've got video templates, we've got the color templates, we've got vector templates, we've got done for you templates. So these are basically related to different niches. And so whatever market you're in or whatever market you're interested in being in, this is where you can come in here, select the templates, and go from there, so that you don't have to start with the thinking. You can start with the doing and just add your own customization in there. So for example, we're going to select a template. You just click Use Template and select this one. And this is where we're just going to enter the conversation. So you want to just highlight the field, and then you'll just type hello, for example. Just do something really simple and save it. And you need to click this plus button over here, and that's going to give you a couple of options. So you've got your button there, you've got conversation, image, video. These are all the different things you can select. Now these are the parts that are included in the front end. These other three that you see are because I'm using the agency version. So these other three, I just want you to know, come in the agency version, not in the front end. Sorry, in the pro version. That's in the pro version, the testimonial, ratings, and form. Okay? So the first four come in the front end. So I'm just going to put in my button label whatever I want to say in the button. So do you want to see more? And then at this point I can enter a URL. I can say, okay, I want to set up a conversation, or I want to put an image in. That's where we can add Mr. Smiley happy face, right? So I'm going to select that I want to enter into a conversation. That's what I want to create here. And this is where I'm going to just type what my conversation should be. So for example, you can select email ID, you can do the date, you can put in text, whatever you want to put there. You customize it as you like. And it's as simple as email. Let's select email ID just to make it easy. I have to save that first there. So that gives you an idea of what's available as far as just setting it up. Let's go over here to design. We can change the logo, so we can actually add our own logo, or say that we're doing this using the pro version and using and putting a dentist logo in, or whatever. You can do that. You can change the colors, the gradients. You can change the button color. You can change the button text. These are all the different colors that we have in there. Really making it, you know, the ability for you to customize is almost limitless in here. So when you're finished with that, you can go ahead and publish. And in the publish section, we see the URL. So this is the actual campaign URL that I've just created. You can also see the embed code. And this here is the embed code, which is what, if this is, somebody was asking a question earlier, how do I get this on my website? Here's your answer. I hope you're still with me. The embed code is what you're going to use in your opening, okay, in your body tag, which is going to actually stick this onto the website itself. Very simple. Really not that complicated. Yeah, I just had a question. So what's included? Yes, you're placing a bit of code on their existing site. And yeah, if you're going to do, if you're going to have them as a client, yeah, you can charge them monthly. However you want to set that up. But I hope that answers your question there, friend. Okay. Also, you can install this on Facebook. This is a really, really great feature. This is included in the Pro version. Installing on Facebook is part of the Pro version. And what that means is that I can take and install this type of a conversation onto my Facebook fan page, for example. Okay, under a tab. It'll be under a tab when you go to a Facebook fan page. So this makes it really versatile. You can actually do this, you know, into Facebook. The widget, so widget is included in the front end. No, sorry, widget is included in the Pro version. And the widget makes it so that you can stick so that your conversation can appear on the side, so that if you don't want it in the center, if you want to keep that traditional site because you think it's too much shock, I don't know, for people, then you can always stick it as a widget on the side. Now that's included in the Pro version, okay, the Pro version. Okay, I have shown you pretty much the meat of what is included in there. I do want to show you some integrations. These are all the integrations that we have. We've got Aweber, ActiveCampaign, SendLane, GetResponse, GoToWebinar, MailChimp. Nearly any autoresponder you're likely using, we have integrations, okay, including Infusionsoft, iContact, SendReach, MailChimp, okay, all of those. Very handy for you. So we've done the demo. Let me get back over here to my presentation. Let me just check my questions, see if I've got you guys covered. And yes, question on the SpyFu. Yeah, if you're going to use SpyFu, it's worth the investment. So you're not going to get a whole lot of information if you're just using the free version. But if you use SpyFu, and I'm not prompting you to go there, that's just a tool that I found that's really handy. Then you would need to pay their whatever fee. Okay. Yeah, we got you covered on the code. So I'm gonna go back here. So we talked about building your email list, because with Engagr you can actually stick your, prompt your people to enter their email address right there. It's simple to set up. You know, if they've landed on your page, they're interested in something. If they want to be able to see more, you can just make that a stipulation if that's how you want to do it. Enter your email address if you want to hear more, right? So everything is possible. You take that impossible and you just knock off the I am, right? Because it is now possible. It's possible with Engagr. So what you can do is you can create conversational pages, and you can start right away because we've taken all the thinking out of this for you. You don't have to come up with, oh, how am I going to design this? I think that's one of my biggest stopping points is, oh, I've got to design something. I don't know about the colors. I want them to look good, but I don't really, I'm not one of those masters at choosing colors. We've done the done-for-you templates for you, so we've made that very, very simple. And you don't have to have any coding skills. So these days, we've made it super easy for you to be able to get change, for you to be able to make an impact, and for you to be able to actually make money by using this if you're going to go the pro route, right, without any coding skills. Super, super easy. This allows you to engage so you can interact with your visitor, and you can understand now what they want and you can provide. And let me add to that, that now not only can you provide what they want, but you can find out at what point they are dropping out. Okay, you can analyze that. So every interaction is a success now. Let's say that you're leading them through on your Engagr site and they drop off at a certain point. You get to analyze where people are dropping off so that then you can correct it. Okay, so that the next person that lands on your page is not going to respond the same way. If you're seeing that certain people are dropping off to a certain point, at that point you go in and you change your conversation. And you make it so that maybe you're asking their email address sooner, maybe you're asking it later, switch it around so that it's working for you. So if you don't make the sale, right, we can take you to lead you to the sale with Engagr. And if you're not making the sale, you can find out what needs to be changed so that you can now help somebody in the future. So what all can you do with Engagr? Let's go through it again. You can interact with your customer. You can ask them actually what they're looking for. You give them choices. that helps them through the whole buying process. You get to capture leads. So now, I mean, how many of you, and I want an interaction on this one, how many of you have a website and you know people are landing on your website, but you know you're not growing as fast as you think you should? Give me a 1 in the box if that's the case. You know people are landing there, you have some evidence of that, but you're either not getting information from them. I'm getting a lot of 1s, by the way. You're not getting information from them, or you're not turning them into customers, but you can't figure out why, right? I love it. 1, W-O-N. You guys are awesome. Okay, so yeah, it's a big problem, and it's not just you guys that are having it, right? Not just the people on this call. There are thousands of people. I've talked to personally hundreds of people saying, you know, Kim, my problem is I've got people coming to my. I was just at an appointment today where a lady was telling me, and it was an appointment for my own personal growth. She was like a really awesome lady who does a lot of healing type of energy stuff, right? And so I was just going to talk with her and talking about just some things that I'd like to, you know, correct. And she starts talking. She asked me what I do for business and stuff. We talked about marketing. First thing she says to me, just like you guys, I need help in that area. She says, I need help because I know people are coming to my website, but I know I'm not getting as many customers as I could. So this is what Engagr can do for you. So while you interact with your customers, you can ask them for contact details like their email, like their name, stuff like that. And when you're assisting them, when you're taking and walking them through, when they are being interactive on your website, they're just not going to say no. Especially when you set it up in a way like we've shown you, where here you are, you've landed on my site, you want more information about something? Yeah, all right, let's get your email address, right? They're there for a reason. You should not be letting anyone leave your website without gathering an email address. I want to know, how many of you are letting people, just be honest, you guys are pretty cool. How many of you are letting people leave your website and you're not gathering their email address? Give me a 0 in the box if that's the case. If you are letting people, and I won't say your name, you can just tell me the truth. If you're letting people come to your website and you're not getting, look at all those zeros. We even have people putting multiple zeros. And that's a very humble place to be. And it's good to be honest about it, because there are a lot of people that just don't understand that we really need to be gathering that information from every single visitor on our website. Okay? So you're not alone. Plenty of people are doing the same thing, not getting the information. It's time to stop. It's time to start getting their information. They landed on your site. They took the time to get there. Now make sure you have a way to interact with them back, right? Engagr lets you do all that. So this is really cool. I told you about the integrations. You can push leads to autoresponders. So every lead that you get is pushed to your autoresponder. So now no longer have we made it super easy for you to take and get their email address, but guess what? You don't have to go manually enter it into your autoresponder. It's going to go there automatically. How many of you love that? Give me a smile in the box if you know how to make one. I'm sure you do. Give me a smile, or give me a 1. Give me something if you love the fact that you don't have to do all that work to get. I see all these smileys. You guys are awesome. I remember the first time I learned how to do one of those smileys. Ooh, that's a fun smiley. Cool, you guys are great. So you're going to be able to get that, okay? We're not going to make that hard for you. Lots of smileys. I love seeing those. It's much more fun than a 1, don't you think? Okay, you can use GIFs, images, and videos. Now, I love this. I'm sure you guys are going to love this. Using videos, using images, using GIFs, really making that so that it's beyond text, right? No longer are you stuck to text. You can add all of these other great visual content right into your conversation. And actually, that's been proven to give better results. When you add a video, there's certain percentages, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to get better percentages if you're using a video, images, and GIFs, okay? So done for your templates. You can get started right away. Like I said, you don't have to think about the colors. If you're even in a specific niche, say that you're into animals or yoga or something like that, you can just come right in here, find one that fits your type of business, and get started, okay? You just change it, make sure it's fitting your brand needs, upload your logo, that type of thing, and you're good to go. Bonsai trees. We love bonsai trees. I wouldn't want to admit we recently killed a bonsai tree. We need better help with taking care of one. I got my son one for birthday, and it lasted almost a year. It was a 9-year-old tree, so I think I have to repent. Yeah. Anyway, centralized dashboard. Okay, so this is where you're going to get to see your statistics, your campaigns, your reports, your analytics, so that now you're seeing a bird's eye view of your business. You can see those statistics so that you know how things are doing, what you need to change, and you can go about making the change. Okay? So that's just the basics. Now, I did cover in this walkthrough, I did cover some of the pro features because I feel they're so powerful, I didn't want to leave them out while we were going through there. It was a really convenient place to stick those. But that just covered the basics, but I did cover some pro. But the pro, I'm just going to go over that again so that you know what the pro comes with. You're getting the developer's license. Okay? That means that you can go approach other businesses, say, hey, I'd love to add this to your web page to make it more engaging, to really, give that pattern interrupt so that people are seeing your web page above all the other web pages in your niche, and then install that on their website, like I said, with a line of code, as simple as that, and actually, do the developer's license that way. You get 20 done for your templates, so we're adding some in there for the pro version. You get to collect feedback. You get to book appointments, that form that I showed you. You can install it on Facebook. We talked about that, sticking it and putting it in a tab right there in Facebook. And then the built-in chat widget. And again, the chat widget allows it so that if you don't want that conversation centered on the front of your screen, you can actually have it over to the side like a widget. Okay? All that comes with the Pro. Now, we're also going to offer you the agency reseller license. So this is your opportunity if you've ever thought, I'd really like to have my own product. I'd like to do software as a service where I don't have to deal with logistics, I don't have to deal with freight, I don't have to deal with having a store, those kind of things, but you want to do something to increase your income, then this is a great option for you. Because with this license, you get the rights to actually resell Engagr licenses. So you get to keep those profits for yourself. So say that you run I don't know, a meetup group or something where you're meeting with other people who might be interested in something like this. You can actually sell the licenses with this version. You have the right to resell Engagr. Okay. Now, along with that, you get to have the ability to create client access from your dashboard. So if somebody else is interested in Engagr and in purchasing Engagr, they can buy from you, and then you keep the profits. Okay, that makes it super simple. And that's going to be $247 for that. Okay, so that's the agency reseller. So maybe you're wondering, is it for me? So let me tell you, it is for you if you can answer. Are you running a business online? Are you running a business offline? If you're running a business online or offline, then it's for you. I don't care what niche you're in. If you need a landing page, which I'm telling you, I have not yet met a niche that does not need a landing page. I've met a lot who don't have yet. Most do, though. Most of the people that I've talked to, and I go out on the streets and I talk to people and actually run a meetup where we meet with local businesses. We have about 200 in our group, and they're always giving me feedback on what's happening. So most of them have a website. Okay, it doesn't matter what niche. It doesn't matter if they're into yoga, health and fitness, healing, dog care, hair cutting, massage parlor, I don't care. I have not met one that doesn't recognize that they do need a landing page. I've met a lot who are not monetizing and who are not gaining customers, excuse me, as effectively as they could. So, yeah, and if you're coming in late, I just saw your comment. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments as I go. Real estate, yes. And I'll cover that in a second. If you come in late, no problem. We are recording this webinar, so you can always do a replay, okay? All right, real estate, yes. Yes, you can use it in real estate. You can lead your people through to where you want to go, okay, with real estate. Without a landing page, get this. You're counting on luck. Okay, I'm not a believer in luck. I believe we kind of create, I believe we're blessed. I believe we also create stuff. I don't believe in luck if you're counting on luck, okay, good luck. but it's a little too much to rely on luck, right? If you sit on your couch and don't take action, it's not going to come your way unless you're really lucky, right? But I don't believe in that. So anyway, maybe you do, and then you can just say, Kim, be quiet. All right, so pricing. Here's the pricing. Sorry, pardon me for just a moment. I need to drink water. Oh, I love this. Excuse me. While I was grabbing that drink of water, somebody just said, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Here it is. Thank you. That's beautiful. And I love that, and I believe that 100% of the way. You know, Engagr was created with all of this in mind. You know, studies have been done that, you know what, those normal landing pages, they're just not effective anymore. We're seeing that downturn of leads. We're seeing that, you know, businesses across many, many niches are having the same problem. And why is that? And it's due to that, what we talked about before, that banner blindness. People are just not seeing beyond all the white noise on the internet. And if you help them make a decision, if you help walk them through, and if you give them from the get-go that pattern interrupt, it's something that goes boom, and they go, this is different. Now you got my attention. And now you're interacting with them at the same time, and you're leading them through your funnel exactly where you want them to go, or where you feel it's most potent for them to go, and they're still given the power of choice. We don't want to take that power of choice away. We want to give that to them. We give that to them with Engagr. We help to narrow it down for them. We help to make it digestible. We help to give them enough information that they can now make a decision and not stand there with their jaws dropped open going, I just can't decide, you know? So here's the launch offer. Charter member access is priced at $37, but we're starting the early bird. Early bird's going from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. That's Eastern time. And during those hours only, we're making it available for $34. Anyone can afford this. And it can be a huge, huge potential to increase, if you go pro route, to increase your revenue, right? To increase your revenue just with your own business if you go basic, if you go front end route, right? So you've got options for your own business, you've got options if you want to grow your business, and you've got options if you want to be a reseller. We're giving you all of that opportunity today. So we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, okay? We don't want you guys to feel at risk, you guys and gals. If Engagr doesn't help you, just return it. We keep you in good hands. We strongly believe that our customers are the most important, and we're going to make sure you're taken care of. We also know the effects and the power of Engagr. So we're confident that we can offer this, and it's not going to be a problem because we know you're going to love it. But hey, you're in good hands, and I want you to know that. All right, I'm going to open this up. We've got, I don't know, about 6 minutes, it looks like, until the gates open, and you'll be able to actually pick this up for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to scroll up the screen while I'm waiting for other questions to come in because I want to see if I missed any. And please forgive me if I've missed your questions. I've been doing my best to take you through this and keep this moving at the same time glancing over to my questions. And sometimes you kind of got to play, what is that? I don't know, multitasking, which they know multitasking isn't so effective, but sometimes we have to do that. So let's see what I have here. Oh, a really good comment. Yeah, if you funnel the choices properly, it will lead them to a buying decision. So this is right, and thank you for that comment. And this is all about how you decide to structure, right? We've done the thinking part for you on the templates and things. You know your business best, so you're going to want to plan through your structuring. And hey, if you're seeing people drop off at a certain point, that's where your analytics come into play. You go in, you check your analytics, you see, they're dropping off right here. Don't know quite why, but now's the time to change what I'm doing, right? Okay, so I have a question that I want to put out there. So the pro, can I create landing pages for clients? Agency, I can sell actual softwares to clients so they can add their own. And the answer is you can sell for your clients, but you cannot rebrand it. So that means that it's still going to be Engagr, okay? I hope that answers your question. So it's going to be logoed as Engagr, okay? Sorry, I hate to have dead air, but I'm just trying to go through the questions and make sure that I've got all the questions here. Coming from a life in radio as well, radio and television, I know that the #1 thing you don't ever want to have is dead air. But doing this all on my own, I try to not have it. Sometimes it happens. Let's see. Do you need to buy the Pro before the agency? And the answer to that is yes. That's the only way you're going to get the Pro features. Okay? Let's see. That was, do you need to buy the Pro before the agency? So it goes in a funnel, right? So you buy the front end. After you buy the front end, then you can buy the Pro. After you buy the Pro, then you can buy the agency. Okay? So here's a question that may help a lot of you guys and gals. What version does our client get if we have the agency license? They're going to get the basic version. So if you get the agency license and you're now going to sell Engagr, then they're going to get the basic version. Okay? Okay, and I'm looking at the time too because I want to give you guys enough time for when those gates open. My time's showing I've got about 3 minutes. Let's check the time. Yeah, I've got about 3 to 4 minutes until the gates open. I believe we've answered most of your questions. Let's see. Yeah, the webinar started at 10. That's our pre-launch. But then we're actually opening the gates at 11. So the doors are opening at 11. Again, I want to reiterate, from 11 until 3 p.m., you're going to get Engagr at the lowest price ever. You're not going to see it this low again. So you're going to want to get in early, pick it up. Again, you have that 30-day money-back guarantee. We're taking all the risk on our shoulders, taking it all away from you, so you can make a decision, and you can go out there and start creating your engaging sites. Okay? Yeah, so I hope that answers your question as far as starting time. Starting time is good to go. Okay, and we are going to, with that, close out this webinar. I want to thank you all for being here. I hope we've gotten to all your questions. I hope you found this super, super informative, and you've been able to see kind of inside Engagr and what it's going to do for you. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go so that you can go pick up Engagr. I'm going to give you the website right here to go to because we are opening the gates in like a matter of seconds. And that website that I'm going to send you to is right here. 1 second. You're just going to go http:// sorry, I thought I put it on a card for you. Engagr, that's Engagr.io. Engagr.io is the place to go to pick it up. The cart is now open, and I'm putting that right in here into the chat window so that you can see it. And with that, let me make sure it's in there before I close out here. Yeah, I'm posting the link in the chat box. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask, doing the best I can. I've posted it, but it looks like it's just taking a minute to load. Let me try that again. It's http. It didn't go in. Let me try it again. We're good? I'm going to take a few more questions if any of you have other questions before I close out. I want to make sure that, did you see, will you give me a 1 in the box if you saw my message that had the URL? Yes, it's there. Okay, I'm getting feedback that it's there. For some reason on my end, I did not see it. So it's http://engagr.io. That's Engagr.io. That's where you go to pick it up. You're going to be offered the front-end version. If you want the Pro, just stick with it. You're going to be offered the Pro next. And again, your best price is going to be happening right now until 3 p.m. Eastern Time. 3 p.m. price is going up. And I'm just seeing if I can see any other questions in here. Okay. I want to correct something that I stated earlier. If your client gets the basic version, then you don't need to buy the Pro version in order to buy the agency, but you have to buy at least the front end. So you have to buy at least the front end in order to be eligible to buy one of the upgrades. Okay, I hope that corrects it for you. So what comes in the Pro version? I'm going to go over that again for you. I'm going to load another page on my screen so I can show it to you here. So we can just lay it out. Here's what comes in the Pro version. Okay, you're going to get everything that's in the front end, plus you're getting developer license. Developer license means that you can now go find clients that you can load Engagr onto their website using a simple piece of code. You know, you can build out the conversation, use a simple piece of code, load it onto their website, and charge them whatever you want, and actually create yourself income generating revenue from installing Engagr for people. Okay, that's what the developer license means. You're getting 20 done-for-you templates. You're getting to collect feedback. You're getting to book appointments. So you get that appointment screen that I showed you during the demo. You're getting to install this on Facebook. What that means is that if you have a Facebook fan page, for example, you would go, this installs on Facebook, and then you have a tab that is for Engagr. Okay, so it's like adding a tab on Facebook. So you can actually create a conversation within Facebook. Pretty powerful stuff. And then we have also in the Pro version a built-in chat widget. Okay, and what that means is that rather than having your Engagr conversation come up in the middle of the screen, excuse me, for example, you can have it off to the side as a widget. Okay, if you like that style better, that's going to be in the Pro version. Okay, and price will be increasing starting at 3 p.m. That's when the price will be going up. Okay, any other questions I can answer for you, just stick them there in the box. Cart is now open. As a reminder, you have until 3 p.m. to pick it up at its lowest price ever, and then after that it will be increasing and it will not be going back down. Now, if you did miss the demo, we're going to send a replay out. Okay, so you guys all have the opportunity to see the replay. We don't want anybody missing all of that valuable information, so we will get that out to you. I'm just looking for any other questions I may have missed. If I missed your question, please feel free to type it again in the box. I'm going to keep this open just for a couple more minutes for anyone who came in late and didn't get their questions answered. Oh yes, okay, I have a question. Was Karthik Ramani behind the coding of this? Absolutely he was. Karthik is here, he's in the chat box, and he's seeing your questions as well, and he is an amazing developer. So I will add to that. Yes, Karthik is definitely behind Engagr. So if you know Karthik, you know what kind of product this is. You're in good hands. I'm still scrolling through here, seeing what I can find. Okay, on the OTOs, I do have a question about the OTOs. So you'll be offered the front end. Next, you'll be offered the Pro version. I just went over what comes in the Pro. You do have some extra options inside the Pro as well. You get to do testimonials. You can add testimonials in there, which is really powerful. You can also add, sorry, I think I need to pull my slide back up to make sure I get everything in there. You can do testimonials, book appointments. You can install it on Facebook. You've got your built-in chat widget. You get your done-for-you templates, your developer license. So that's in the Pro version. And then if you continue on with that and you say, hey, I want to actually make money having my own business in software as a service, then at that point you'd want to upgrade to the agency reseller license. With that license, you actually get the opportunity to have a dashboard where you go create client access from your dashboard. Now it's going to be Engagr. It's branded as Engagr. I want to be clear on that because we did have a question. but you're going to be able to basically resell Engagr. So perhaps if you work with other businesses who are interested in growing and they want to purchase something like this, you can be the reseller of Engagr. Okay? Well, I want to thank you all. I don't see any other huge new questions coming in, so I'm going to leave it at that. I want to thank you for joining. I want to thank you for being here, and I hope that you found this informative. Again, the website that you're going to go to is engagr.io. So it's http://engagr.io. With that, I am going to say have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you on the inside.